So, you'll see, can any of you see what my shirt says? It says prana.
Anna.
So today we're going to talk about prana. It's not just a brand of yoga wear. Uh, it's a fundamental concept in Hinduism and Buddhism for two things. And interestingly enough, it parallels Christianity and Judaism, the whole Western religions, and that is that breath and spirit, the word for breath and spirit, are the same, and that's ruach. So ruach not only
Breath,
has
spirit, energy.
it also has the connotation of energy. That's where I was going. So when you think of life force energy, our word for it is ruach. The Hindu word is prana. So prana is breath, but it's also the energy being carried on the breath. So they observe this in what is the first act of life.
Breath in.
The in breath, what's the last act of life? The out breath. And so, in many ways, that cycle of breath carries the whole uh, ups and downs, the ins and outs, the energy, the nutrition coming in, and then the energy, the waste going out. So there are a lot of ways to play with breath.
Is
Uh,
it equal to chi?
Chi is the same, okay?
So is chi also a word for breath? Is there one in Tai Chi
No,
that's no?
no, it's not.
Okay.
It's not the same.
Okay.
But for our purposes today, we're going to consider them the same. Now, we're talking about koshas, and koshas means um, sheets. We used the example last week of nesting dolls, the Russian dolls, and that your aura has these several layers to them that are discernible. They're discernible, but they're not um, uh, different. They're interpenetrating, which means that they're not. Oh, how to say it? They're not discrete. So today's going to be one of the easier ones to see this on because we're going to look at the sensations and the energy associated with simply breathing. Last week we were looking at what happens when you focus your awareness. Okay. So awareness is
Physically.
diffused like this, the whole field of awareness that we're in, the emptiness. But when awareness becomes focused, it intensifies whatever it is that it focuses on. So if you notice, you can feel your skin in general all over your body, but if you get an itch and you start focusing on the itch, it becomes much more intense. So it's the same way with flavors. It's one of the reasons that we're meditating is to bring the intensity of attention to the field of awareness so that I'm experiencing life in much more depth, much more richness, much more intensity than I normally do. As I was brushing my teeth this morning, um, I was uh, I was thinking about this that uh, I was reading a quote from Tennessee Williams, who said that most of our life is consists of memory with just very short bursts of touching the present moment. And this is really true of how much of our, uh, even our vision, only 40% is in the present moment. The others filled in with memory banks, like a mad painting. So to keep from living in the past, living in the future, which is where the monkey mind wants to live, and to get into the present and experience it as fully as possible, we have to learn to bring our attention in and feel what's around us, sense it. So we're learning the internal senses, uh, how to sense from the inside, not just the outside. The Eastern religions have been exploring our internal world and mapping out the energy channels for millennia. while we map the external world. So they know a lot about it. So last week we tuned into the sensations of the body, and those sensations are always there. And we went brow point, pit of the throat. And it's like, oh my God, I have sensations. I have feelings in these parts. And then when you're doing that kind of body meditation, it says now feel your whole body as a field of awareness. So that we can divide it into discrete parts, or we can experience the whole. So last week we were doing the physical body sheath. Today we're going to feel the energy on the breath, which is a little more subtle. Okay. So I think it'll explain itself after we go through it. So we're going to do some of the things that we did last time, moving around at points in the body, but this time we're going to go internally. So we're going to begin to look at some aspects of sensation like proprioception or interoception or nociception, which are our internal sensing of ourselves. So are there any questions before we start?
I've got everybody muted, so you can
Um,
always just, you could actually
and-
press your space bar down and
And
comment.
anybody? Okay, so here's a reading. This woman is absolutely incredible. Her name is Dana Falls. She teaches at Kripalu, the spiritual retreat and teaching center where Lindell trained. And she's one of the few people in the world I'd love to sit down and talk to for about 8 hours and pick her brain. She says the senses are such extroverts, always seeking, always vigilant. Invite them to rest in your center and focus inside for a while. Gather your wandering thoughts the way a shepherd might search for a lost sheep and bring them home. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace, the flow of breath connecting you to your essence. Whether you feel distracted or serene, the peace that passes understanding is right here in the midst of your experience. Rest for a time. Your only task to witness what it is to be alive. This breath, this streaming energy, this precious present moment, opening wide. So, with that kind of encouragement, let's begin our meditation. So let's begin by gradually bringing your awareness into this present moment. As much as possible, letting go of the past, letting go of the future, and landing in this moment, the eternal, ever-present moment of now. If your mind drifts away, just gently bring it back. without any judgments or recriminations. It's the nature of mind to wander. Just gradually training the puppy over and over again to come back to this present moment. And to help anchor you, bring your awareness to the sensations of the breath right at the edge of the nostrils. Feeling the biting sensations, the coolness of the in-breath, feeling the warmth, the soothing of the out-breath. Not thinking the breath, but allowing awareness to connect directly with the sensations. Not experiencing breath as a noun, but as an ever-flowing process. And now, keeping connection with the sensations in the nostrils, let your awareness expand to include the sensations inside the nose. Noting that you don't have to create these sensations so much as discover them. Noticing how much more intense they are now than they were when you focused simply on the nostrils. Now, keeping connection with the nostrils and the nose, begin to experience the breath in the sinuses, above the eyes, behind the eyes, behind the cheeks. Feeling the seamless flow of sensations from the nostrils into the sinuses. Now, keeping connection with all the points that we've touched. Bring your awareness to the sensations in the back of the throat. continuous sensation from the nostrils to the back of the throat as your awareness continues its journey to the brachial tubes. Feeling the coolness behind the breastbone, the warmth of the out breath. Keeping awareness anchored where we've been, now extend to the alveoli, the small pockets within the lung, expanding, contracting to receive the breath. Not a different breath, the same breath being received as sensation by awareness. Now let's connect it to the physical body. Feel the movement of the chest, keeping the sensations anchored in the flow of the breath. Now layer on the sensations of the ribs, expanding and contracting. No need to shift your focus, just expand your awareness. Feeling the ever-present sensations of the body, receiving the breath. The sensations in the shoulders and the arms. Sensations in the front and the back body. The gentle expansion and contraction of the body receiving the breath, creating space. To receive the breath even deeper. Now letting your awareness go to the abdomen. Keeping your awareness on the nostrils, sinuses, the throat, the brachii, the chest, and now the diaphragm dropping into the abdominal cavity, the abdomen expanding on the in-breath, expanding the abdominal wall, the back body. Seeing if you can discover the sensations at the floor of the pelvis. And now step back. Connect the dots, feeling the sensations of the breath from the sinuses at sixth chakra, and the throat, fifth chakra, behind the heart, fourth chakra, the diaphragm, third chakra, lower abdomen, second chakra, floor of the pelvis, first chakra. All the energy centers being stimulated by the flow of the breath. The body united. Whole body breathing. As we go one level deeper in our awareness, see if you can catch the changing sensation, the energy level in your body riding on the breath. Remember last week, sensations as subtle as the footprint of an ant. See if you can sense the subtle increase in energy as you breathe in. Breathing in that life force energy. The in-breath like a wave crashing on the shore full of energy and nutrients. And with the exhale, feel the breath carrying away toxins, energy that can be released, like the wave rolling out, leaving the shore clear, smooth, and calm. Increase in vitality with the in-breath. Every cell vitalized down to the level of your bones. Refreshing and renewing you as the out breath cleanses you, relaxes you. Creating the paradoxical state of meditation. Alert, and yet relaxed, grounded yet spacious. Noting any peace, feelings of well-being, any lightness and spaciousness to your being. Okay, Matthew, stop recording.